Deep beneath the Earth's surface, hidden from the prying eyes of the world above, a monumental experiment was underway. This was no ordinary scientific endeavor, it was a quest to push the boundaries of human knowledge and understanding. Scientists at a top-secret research facility had gathered for a moment years in the making. These were the brightest minds, brought together by a shared vision and an unyielding curiosity. Their goal? To create a black hole. Not just any black hole, but one that could be controlled and studied within the confines of their lab. Not one of cosmic size, but something far smaller, far more dangerous. A black hole the size of a human hand. This tiny yet immensely powerful object could unlock secrets of the universe. The air crackled with anticipation. Every scientist in the room knew the risks involved, but the potential rewards were too great to ignore. Years of calculations, simulations, and meticulous planning had led to this. Every variable had been considered, every possible outcome analyzed. The scientists huddled around monitors, their faces illuminated by the flickering glow. Each screen displayed critical data, the culmination of countless hours of work. The experiment was incredibly complex, involving unimaginable energies compressed into a space smaller than an atom. The machinery hummed with power, a testament to human ingenuity. This was a dance with forces beyond human comprehension. The scientists were acutely aware of the delicate balance they had to maintain, a peek behind the curtain of reality itself. They were on the verge of uncovering mysteries that had eluded humanity for centuries. And as the final command was issued, the scientists held their breath. This was the moment of truth, the culmination of their efforts. They were about to stare into the abyss. What they would find on the other side was anyone's guess, but one thing was certain: the world would never be the same. At the heart of the facility, within the confines of their containment field, the impossible happened. For a fleeting moment, a spark of unimaginable intensity appeared, brighter than 1,000 suns, yet gone in an instant. The scientists erupted in cheers, the control room a cacophony of elation and relief, but the true marvel, the product of their experiment, remained invisible, silent. A gravitational anomaly so profound that it defied direct observation. A black hole had been born. It sat there within the containment field, a void in the fabric of space-time, an abyss smaller than a fist yet capable of consuming everything in existence. The scientists celebrated their victory, unaware of the horror they had unleashed. Initially, the black hole remained contained, a testament to human ingenuity. The scientists, giddy with success, observed their creation with a mixture of awe and trepidation. They fed it, cautiously at first, with particles carefully calibrated to be devoured by the insatiable void. But the black hole was hungry. Its appetite, once a mere curiosity, began to grow. With each particle it consumed, its mass increased, its gravitational pull intensified. The containment field, once thought impenetrable, began to strain under the relentless force. What was once a scientific marvel was fast becoming an existential threat, and the scientists, blinded by their hubris, were slow to realize the true danger of their creation. The containment field, pushed to its absolute limit, finally buckled. The alarms blared, a cacophony of warning that something had gone terribly wrong. Scientists scrambled, their faces masks of panic and disbelief. It shattered, unable to withstand the black hole's insatiable hunger. The once sterile environment of the lab was now a chaotic storm of debris and destruction. Glass shards flew like deadly projectiles, and equipment that had once been the pinnacle of scientific achievement lay in ruins. The scientists, their moment of triumph turned to terror, could only watch in horror as their creation turned on them. Their faces, once filled with hope and excitement, now reflected sheer dread. They had unlocked a force they could not control, and it was now consuming everything they had worked for. The black hole, now free, began to devour everything in its path. Walls, equipment, and even the very air seemed to be pulled into its voracious maw. The lab, a place of cutting-edge research and discovery, was now a feeding ground for an unstoppable force. Scientists, all were consumed by the insatiable void. Their screams were swallowed by the growing darkness, their bodies pulled into the abyss. The black hole showed no mercy, no hesitation. It was a force of nature, indifferent to the lives it obliterated. It moved silently, relentlessly, leaving nothing but a growing emptiness in its wake. The lab, once filled with the hum of machinery and the chatter of brilliant minds, was now eerily silent. The only sound was the faint, almost imperceptible pull of the black hole as it expanded. Where moments ago there had been a state-of-the-art laboratory, now there was only a rapidly expanding sphere of nothingness. The walls, the equipment, the people, all had been erased, leaving behind a void that seemed to grow with each passing second. The black hole, once a point, was now the size of a basketball, growing at an alarming rate. It was as if the very fabric of reality was being torn apart, the boundaries of space and time collapsing into this singularity. The facility, a testament to human engineering, stood no chance. Its reinforced walls and advanced technology were no match for the black hole's relentless pull. The structure groaned and creaked, its foundations giving way. It was being consumed from the inside out. The very heart of the facility, where the most groundbreaking research had taken place, was now the epicenter of its destruction. The black hole continued to grow, an unstoppable force that left nothing but emptiness in its wake. Section 5, A City Consumed. The black hole, its appetite insatiable, continued to grow. It was a force of nature, an anomaly that defied all known laws of physics. Scientists had only begun to scratch the surface of its mysteries when it started to expand uncontrollably. It ripped through the Earth's crust, swallowing bedrock and magma as easily as it had consumed the laboratory and its inhabitants. The ground quaked and shuddered, unable to withstand the immense gravitational pull. The surface world, oblivious to the cataclysm unfolding beneath, remained an unsuspecting victim. People went about their daily lives, unaware that their city was on the brink of annihilation. Then, the city above began to feel the effects. Tremors shook the ground, rattling windows and sending ripples through the streets. The once stable buildings began to sway, their foundations no longer secure. Electronics went haywire, their delicate circuits overwhelmed by the growing gravitational anomaly. Power grids failed, plunging entire neighborhoods into darkness. Communication networks collapsed, isolating the city from the outside world. Buildings trembled, foundations groaning under the strain of an invisible force. Skyscrapers, once symbols of human achievement, now seemed fragile and vulnerable. Panic erupted as the ground began to crack and split, the earth itself seeming to cry out in pain. People fled in all directions, their faces masks of terror and confusion. The black hole, now a gaping maw of pure gravitational force, broke through the surface. It was an unstoppable force, consuming everything in its path. Buildings, streets, people, all were dragged screaming into the void, their forms stretched and distorted as they were consumed. The cityscape was transformed into a nightmarish scene of chaos and destruction. The city, once a beacon of civilization, was being devoured from below. Its lights flickered and died, swallowed by the encroaching darkness. The skyline, once a testament to human ingenuity, disappeared into the abyss, leaving nothing but a void where life once thrived. News of the disaster spread like wildfire across the globe, but no words could truly capture the horror unfolding. Images from orbiting satellites showed a terrifying sight, a growing black circle on the Earth's surface, consuming everything in its path with ruthless efficiency. The Earth itself seemed to react to the black hole's presence. Earthquakes of unprecedented magnitude rocked the planet, splitting continents and swallowing islands whole. Volcanoes, dormant for millennia, roared back to life, spewing molten rock and ash into the sky. The end had begun, and it was far more terrifying than anyone could have imagined. The black hole, now a continent-sized void, cast a long shadow across the Earth. Its gravitational pull, once localized, now affected the entire planet. Oceans, once teeming with life, were drawn towards the black hole, forming monstrous tsunamis that crashed against the remnants of civilization. The atmosphere itself began to thin, stripped away by the black hole's relentless hunger. The sky, once blue, took on a sickly yellow hue, the air itself growing heavy and difficult to breathe. The sun, once a source of life and warmth, now seemed a distant, dying ember. The Earth, once a vibrant blue and green jewel against the backdrop of space, was now a scarred and dying world, its surface consumed by shadow. As the black hole grew, so too did its reach. Its gravitational pull, once a regional threat, now extended far beyond the Earth itself. The moon, caught in the black hole's grasp, was drawn towards the doomed planet, breaking apart under the strain of tidal forces. The very fabric of spacetime seemed to warp and distort around the black hole, a testament to its unimaginable power. Stars, once fixed points of light in the night sky, appeared to shift and dance as the black hole's gravity warped the space around them. The Earth, its form barely recognizable, spiraled towards its inevitable fate. Soon, it too would vanish into the black hole's event horizon, a point of no return from which not even light could escape. The scenario may sound like science fiction, a nightmare concocted by Hollywood screenwriters, but the terrifying truth is this: the creation of a black hole, even one as small as a hand, is a real possibility according to our current understanding of physics. While the technological hurdles are immense, the theoretical framework exists. And with it comes a chilling question: what if we succeed? What if, in our quest to unlock the secrets of the universe, we unleash a force capable of consuming it all? The black hole, a testament to both the power and the potential danger of scientific curiosity, serves as a stark reminder: some doors are best left unopened, for within the heart of a black hole lies not knowledge, but oblivion.